Alright, so we may actually be so far ahead now that I could finish the Gladiator storyline, I think. I'm not sure exactly, but we're gonna find out. Sophie, I'm glad you're here. One of our members has been attacked and gravely wounded, and I need you to go and help him. I suspect this is the work of more bounty hunters. It may even be a trap to lure more of us into the open. Nevertheless, we cannot ignore our comrade's plight. When last he contacted us by Link Pearl, he said he'd tried to seek shelter at the Copper and Coppin. Take this potion and search for him there. Okie dokie. This is crazy though that I'm level 31 already. This buff right here is insane, guys. If you're making a new character, make sure you get this buff. It's just crazy. Help me. I can't feel your foot? Your hair? Thank you, sister. It all happened so fast. Over by the tracks to the north. I don't know who attacked me, nor why they left me alive, but I dare say the answer is out there. Surely someone saw something. Tracks to the north. Oh wait. The fellow outside? I saw him stumble in when I left the bar to take a piss. God, this game was alone as I recall. You say he's wounded? Thought he was just drunk. Okay. I was one witness. The other one upstairs, maybe? Running all over the 12's freaking Eorzea. Suspicious characters? Well, now that you mention it, I did see a strange fellow wearing a garish purple robe. At first, I thought he was talking to himself, but then I realized he had a Link Pearl. I heard him say something about the wrong man and the Silver Bazaar. Does that help? Yep, that helps a lot, thanks. Much more helpful than the other guy that took a piss. So the other guy that took a piss was a brass blade, so I guess I shouldn't expect much from him. If they're not busy trying to betray me or kill somebody or trick someone, they're just bad news, basically. Purple robe, that sounds familiar. It was him, I swear. Did you find anything else? Picked this up by the tracks, eh? Might well have belonged to that bastard. Can't say I've seen its like before. Might be as Wyman could tell you more. You know him, don't you? He's the bespectacled bloke who's always lounging around the Emerald Avenue in the city. Of course, being the businessman that he is, he'll probably ask to be compensated in exchange. Show that ring to Wyman. He's sure to know something about it. Wyman's the guy that we met at the very beginning of the game. You'll recognize him. See? Well now, if it ain't Sophie, everybody's favorite adventurer. I hear you threw your lot in with the gladiators. A questionable decision given the events of recent days, but to each his own. To what do I owe the pleasure? Oi, put that away before someone else sees it. Where in seven hells did you get one of these rings? What? Don't you recognize the sigil? Ugh, goddamn fool. Before you go stumbling around in the bush, you ought to at least know what kind of venomous bastards will be lurking within. Been a long time since Ul'dah's seen a criminal organization rise from obscurity to notoriety as quickly as the Alakran. Word is they've got connections to the Brass Blades, the Syndicate, and God knows who else. But you didn't hear that from me. I want no part of whatever mess you and your mates have gotten yourselves into, understood? Thanks, Wynon. Oh, Sophie, I was wondering when you might return. What news do you bring of our injured comrade? He was attacked by the member of the Alakarn. The Alakron? I find that hard to believe, but no matter. One of our comrades returned from Stone's Throw moments ago. A gang of bandits is said to be headed for the Silver Bazaar. They're after a man with an enormous bounty on his head. The people living there are in grave danger. In their frenzy to find their quarry, the bandits won't scruple to destroy property and harm civilians, and the few brass blades stationed there will be powerless to stop them. We must stop them, Sophie. We'll protect the Silver Bazaar and avenge our injured guildmate, all in one fell swoop. A bit melodramatic, if you ask me. Aldous, I told you never to come here again. I couldn't sit idly by while you charge into battle against an enemy you know nothing about. Mila, a responsible guildmaster, would never risk the lives of her charges like this. Who are you to lecture me about responsibility? Mila, listen to me. This is the Alakron you're dealing with. So, whatever notoriety they may have achieved means nothing to me. We'll cut them down like the common bandits they are. It's not that simple. More importantly, it's not your fight. What are you saying? They want me, Mila. I've been fending off assassination attempts ever since I returned to Danalan. Just stay here and let me handle this. It'll be over soon, I promise. Just stay here while you go off on your own, is that it? It's been 7 years since I let you leave Aldous. 7 years. Do you have any idea at all what you put me through? Mila, I don't want to hear it, you selfish bastard. Do you even care about the people who suffered because of you? Just get out. We don't need your help. We'll settle this ourselves. Mila, wait. There's something you need to know. Enough. Get out. Get out. All right. Save some of that for the Alakron, but do try not to let Sophie here come to harm while you're at it. So this is the Silver Bazaar. I haven't shown it in the game because it's all like little side quest stuff. It's actually got a cute little story. Basically, the area here is like, you know, this disheveled former that used to be like a market that was real popular, and it had like it has like a little fishing wharf down here, and it used to be pretty popular, but I don't remember why, but people started leaving, and because this is like the market area right here, and then people started leaving, and a lot of the houses now are decayed and are broken down. It's a whole storyline, but it's all side quests, so I'm not doing any of it. I decided to show it off a little bit. Anyway, here we go. There you are, Sophie. Everyone's already in position. Are you prepared? They got these archers, I guess. Mila's using the old gladiator skills and stuff too. We'll see. Take out these mages. More mages back here. Mages gotta die. The mages will do the nuke, and I'll be the dead. Yay. Rejoice, gladiators, for the day is ours. What? But why would you be? Leave him to us, First Sword. No, stop. Such brittle blades, so easily broken. Perhaps the First Sword is made of stronger steel. Leave her, Zana. Our business here is over. Oh, that sword looks familiar, doesn't it? What? What have you done, Leopold? First Sword, we must withdraw. The wounded need tending. Let us take them back to the guild. Give me a moment, Sophie. I need to think. I wanted to spare you this, Mila. I begged you not to go. You knew all this. That Leopold had... Leopold and I once fought side by side in the Colosseum. The twin swords of Naldathal, they called us. Never lost a match, honored by the bull of Alamigo himself. But that was then and this is now. When I learned Leopold single-handedly transformed the Alacron from a gang of common thieves into the most feared criminal organization in Thanalan, I knew I had to return. It seems like a lifetime ago that the three of us used to train together in this hall. The Leopold I knew would never stoop so low. He was a good man, strong and true. What would drive him to do this? When I find him, I'll be sure to ask. Unfortunately, he seems determined to kill me for my curiosity. What aren't you telling me, Aldous? I am not clever enough to keep secrets, my dear. I am a simple man, only capable of dealing with what's right in front of me. Is that so? I'll find him, Mila, I promise. Look at this, level 20 gears, not an upgrade to the stuff that you get from that Novice Hall. That's how important doing Novice Hall is, guys. You gotta do it, it's so good. Ah, Sophie, I must apologize for my earlier behavior. As First Sword, my duty is not only to foster your growth as a gladiator, but also to protect you from dangers you are not yet ready to face. I did not know that Leopold had become the leader of the Holocron. Had he chosen to bear his steel at us, many and more of us would not have returned alive. I need to know why he's turned to a life of crime, and so I've ordered my best men to scour Thanalan for any trace of his whereabouts. Unfortunately, one of them has disappeared. I have strong suspicions that he has been taken prisoner by the Holocron, or worse. If there is any hope of saving him, we must act quickly. I would have you search for our missing comrade. His last report stated he was tracking the Holocron near the Hammers in western Thanalan. If you go there, you may yet find some clues to his fate. I have been far too reckless in recent days and let too many good gladiators come to harm. Please, Sophie, find our missing comrade and bring him home safe. So, you admit that you've been reckless and you put people in danger, and that your job is to make sure I don't get into danger over my head. So of course your response to that is, well, the first guy I sent out got caught, so let's send one more out. Thanks. So these big things that kind of look like oil wells or oil rigs, these are the hammers that you're sent to go investigate. I don't really know what they do because they're not really oil wells, so they just kind of are pumping up and down for some reason. I don't know what they're doing. It's a trap, sister. Oh no, I never expected a trap. I was not prepared. That's some fine swordsmanship, Sophie. Mila, the First Sword, certainly knows how to pick 'em. Even after all these years, I can't quite bring myself to call her that. See, I still remember when her father first brought her to the guild, a wee lass who cried at the sight of naked steel. But to look at her now, you'd swear she was born with the blade in her hand. Not like she had much of a choice but to rise to the occasion, though. What with all the trouble Aldous got into 7 years ago. Selfish bastard, he should have never... but enough of my rambling. I'll make my way back to Ul'dah after a short rest. You go on ahead and tell Mila that I'm fine. Okay. I'll do that. Sophie, thank the gods you're alright. I heard all about the ambush at the Hammers. Excellent work. You've been invaluable to the guild, and I cannot thank you enough. In fact, I believe you deserve a much-needed rest. Take some time for yourself and return when you have recuperated. But before you go, speak with Lulutsu. I believe she has a message for you. Ah, Sophie, the very gladiator I was seeking. Lean closer, for I would not have the others hear my words. Aldous sends his regards and requests you meet him at the Lich Yard in Eastern Thanalan. Naturally, I've not divulged this information to the First Sword. As you may have gathered from their previous interactions, she's still rather upset with him, and would likely forbid any further association. Quite understandable, since he was clearly being groomed to become the next guildmaster before that horrible scandal. Ah, they would have made such a lovely couple. Forgive me. This is hardly an appropriate topic of conversation. Anyway, you have my word that the first sword will not hear of any rendezvous from me. Thank you. I like a woman who keeps me waiting. It nurtures the sense of anticipation. It's been 7 years since Mila's father was laid to rest here. He was a mean and stubborn, an old goat through and through. But gods, when he danced with the sword in hand, it was pure poetry in motion. Mila's right. There's no way I could know what it was like for her back then, forced to replace her father under such terrible circumstances. And who might you be? Another of Leopold's lackeys? Master Leopold has been most distressed since learning of your return. This is unacceptable. Your master does not deserve your loyalty, kitten. When you've outlived your usefulness, he'll dispose of you like so many others. Believe me, I speak from personal experience. Say what you will, I will not be swayed. She looks awfully determined to kill me. Still, I'm not really in the mood to play. Mind stopping her, Soapy? Sure, I guess I'm doing it now. Why not? No pressure, but I'll be evaluating your performance. Great, thanks. Good to know. Easy as pie. Is pie easy? I don't know. You've gotten stronger. Good. I'm glad Mila has a woman like you to rely on. She's her father's daughter, a leader of men, a true warrior, and an obstinate woman who lets her feelings cloud her judgment. Which is why she needs to be surrounded by dependable people who give her good counsel and keep her temper in check, now more than ever. Stick by her, she needs you more than you know, more than she knows. She needs you, Aldous. Haven't you listened to a word I said? She needs dependable people. In case you haven't noticed, I'm anything but. I'm only here because of unfinished business. When it's settled, there'll be no reason left for me to stay. I owe it to her old man to put an end to this. I gave him peace in to give him peace in Thal's realm by making that bastard Leopold finally answer for his crimes. Remember what I said, Sophie. Now, go. She's probably wondering where you are. Listen, Aldous. You're a nice guy, and Mila's a nice gal, and all that jazz, but I ain't nobody's little assistant, okay? I don't mind helping you do a fight here or there. I'll take some orders for training purposes, but I am not gonna stick with her after I finish this quest line, okay? I got places to be. I got monsters to kill. I'm way above these little mountain tops or these little molehills you call mountains. All right. I'm finishing this quest line and I'm moving on. That's how it's gonna be. Why are you staring at me like that, Sophie? Is something the matter? You're behaving rather oddly. Well, I'm afraid I have no news regarding the Alacron's movements. I remain confident that we will find them soon, though, so keep your blade sharp. Oh, gross, they're green. No way, I don't even know if I want them now. No, I don't want them, they're green. I don't care if they are better, they're green, I'm not wearing that. They're not even like a good color of green either. Like, I don't mind some greens, but that green is just, that's like puke green. No, thank you.